Hello children, we'll be continuing with plant tissues. The last experiment that you have done, which I asked you all to set up at your place in your kitchens, was the onion experiment, where you have placed 2 onions in 2 different glasses, and after both the onion developed roots, I asked you to chop off the roots of one of the onions from the tips, and I asked you to notice what was the result. And most of you have found that the roots that were chopped off from the tip, whose tips were removed, could not grow further. Whereas the second onion, where the roots were not touched or were not chopped off, could actually show remarkable growth. Now, we could zero out the fact, we could establish the fact that the growing cells are present at the tip of those roots. Now, we will take the discussion further. Meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue are the tissues which are the dividing tissues. These are known as the dividing tissue. Dividing tissue means the tissues which are permanently dividing. Permanently dividing means that they are continuously dividing till they are meristematic by nature. So they will continue to divide and new cells will be added, and these new cells later on will be given certain specific task or function, and then they will be designed accordingly. Now, meristematic tissue, which is also called the dividing tissue, is of 3 types: apical, lateral and intercalary. Apical meristem you have already seen, you have experimented it yourself, and the tip of the root of onions contained apical meristem. The same way the tip of the shoot of any plant will also have apical meristem. So you see that the leaves are added from the tip of your plant. You can always find a bunch of new leaves coming. That is because apical meristem is there. So you have a simple diagram that explains that there is apical meristem at the tip, only the tip portion, not the rest of it. Then you have intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem is responsible for the growth of internodes. It is present at the base of the node and it is responsible for the growth of internode. Internode is the space between 2 nodes. And intercalary meristem is responsible for this growth. So it adds on to the length of the main structure of the plant. Then you also have lateral meristem. Lateral meristem causes the increase in the girth of the plant. When you see a mango plant when it is 1 year old, and when you see the same plant when it is 5 year old, you can easily make out the difference, and the plant has become a tree now. And tree has got a big trunk, and that trunk has grown because of the addition of new cells from lateral meristem. So you have got apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. In totality, they are responsible for the growth of the plant. Apical meristem, it is present at the base of root or tip of root and shoot, and it causes the increase in length. Then you have lateral meristem that increases the girth of root or stem. Root also, in the trees, especially dicots, you have this kind of growth, lateral growth in the roots also. And of course the stem. This lateral meristem has been given a term cambium. Okay, so cambium is responsible for lateral growth. Then you have intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem is found at the base of the leaves or internodes, that is on either side of the nodes on twigs. Now you must understand that these cells, which are always dividing, these cells possess dense cytoplasm because they require many actions, many activities, many reactions to take place, and everything occurs in cytoplasm. So it has got dense cytoplasm. It has got thin cellulose wall because it is dividing. So cellulose wall will be rather thin to facilitate plasmogamy, that is division of the cell. And prominent nuclei. Okay, and they lack vacuole. They lack vacuole, that is, they do not have vacuole generally, because vacuole is something that is related with storage. And these cells are dividing so quickly that they do not require any kind of storage. They are continuously dividing. So they have got dense cytoplasm for better metabolic activities to take place and quick energy release. They have got thinner cellulose walls so that the cells can divide easily. So the division of cell, that is cytokinesis, can be quickly followed. And nuclei is obviously prominent, that means very well developed nucleus. Obviously nucleus has got DNA, and DNA will be dividing, duplicating or replicating first, making 2 copies, and then the nucleus will divide into 2, and each nucleus will receive 1 copy of DNA, and only after that the cell will divide into 2 parts, and thus one cell will give rise to 2 cells.